My name is A. Ramchandra Rao, Department of English, Divya College of Education, Rajanagaram, East Godavari. Today, I want to teach the BEd third semester for BEd third semester students on the guidelines of respected Vice Chancellor Adikavi Nannaya University, Rajamahendravaram. Welcome, sir, and good morning, all my dear students. Very good morning. And today, part of our BEd, the pedagogy of English, in that the unit 1, language across curriculum. In this part, we want to go for discuss about the need for communication. The need for communication. Okay, today we are discussing the need for communication. What is communication? And where the word taken from the word taken from the Latin. Actually, the term communication, it is a word from the Latin word, and which means, the communication means communism, and which is meaning to common. Thus, communication is a conscious attempt to share the information, ideas, attitudes, and the like with others. Actually, without the communication, there is no English language, so that we need to communicate by sharing our ideas and sharing our attitudes and share our information, so that without communication we can't survive in the nature. At the same time, communication plays an important role in our daily lives. So, we can say, in other words, communication is the process by which two or more people exchanging ideas, facts, feelings, or impressions in ways that each gains a common understanding. The main purpose of the communication is to understanding the others, to understanding the meaning, and to understanding the intent, and the use of messages. In short, we can say in shortly, what is communication is the act of getting a sender of the message and a receiver of the message tuned together for a particular message or a series of messages. For two or more people to engage in a common cooperative effort, they must be able to communicate with each other. Thus, good communication consists of creating understanding of the message. The good communication consists of, that means the good communication having a creating understanding among the people. So that the communication creating the understanding of the a particular message. According to Rogers, Rogers, according to Rogers and Shoemaker, 1971, communication is a process. According to the Shoemaker and Rogers, as per their opinion, the communication is the process by which messages are transferred. The messages are transferred from a source to a receiver, from a person to or a source to a receiver. Ban and Hawkins, another English educationists and English literaturists, the Ban and Hawkins 1988 defined that communication is the process of sending messages and receiving messages through channels which establish a common meaning between a source and receiver. As per the once again I am explaining you, as per there is so many definitions are there, and the Ban and Hawkins also defined communication as the process of sending and receiving the messages through channels which establish a common meaning between a source and receiver. As per the Dama and Bhatnagar 1987, they define communication as a textbook of mass communication and a media process of social interaction. As per the Dama and Bhatnagar 1987, they define communication as a textbook of mass communication and media process of social interaction. That is, in a communication situation, two or more individuals they are interact. There are due to the communication situation happens when the two or more individuals can interact by each other. In today's world, there is so much to know so quickly that the role of communicator has become very important. The world is experiencing communication revolution and communication explosion. Communication is essential to all the human associations. One's ability to influence others is closely linked with his ability to communicate his ideas. For two people or communicate effectively, common goals and a body of common knowledge and ideas are must. Nowadays, if you want to survive perfectly in the society, every man is get and every man must learn about the what is communication and what is the importance of communication, how the communication is essential to all the human associations. One's ability to influence, the ability which have to influence to the others is closely linked with his ability to communicate his ideas. For two people to communicate effectively, the common goals and a body of common knowledge and ideas are must. The good communication does not mean only giving orders but creating understanding. It aims at imparting knowledge as well as helping people gain a clear view of the meaning of knowledge. So that, my dear students, good communication does not mean only giving the orders. If you want to give the orders, that is only does not give the meaning to the good communication. But creating understanding. Communication means not giving the orders, but also creating a understanding. The good communication aims at the imparting the knowledge as well as helping the people gain a clear view of the meaning of knowledge. Thus, communication is a social process. It is a vital for human survival. It has become a field of study and scientific investigation in modern times. So, thus a communication is a social process. My dear students, without having the communication skills, we are not surviving in the society. We are not living in the society. So thus the communication plays an important role, particularly in the means of in the society. So we can say the communication is a social process. It is not an individual process. It is not a particular area process. It is a social process which interacts with the people, the different kinds of people, different ages of the people, which the society exists. So it is the communication is a social process. It is an important factor. The communication is an important factor. It is a vital factor for all the human to survive. It has become a field of study and scientific investigation in modern times. Without communication, we can't study anything. And without communication, we can't do anything in the field of scientific investigation and field of study in the modern days. The study of communication is revealed that the process is not only a vital but complicated also. As we said earlier, the communication is a social process and the communication is a vital to all the humans to survival, but also it is a complicated also. Good communication has the potential to contribute to overcoming the problems like ignorance, poverty, malnutrition, illiteracy, and to the attainment of the goals of economic and social well-being. So, good communication has the potential to contribute to overcoming the problems. when we have a good communicator, when we have a good communication, that just we have to overcoming the problems like ignorance, poverty, and malnutrition, and illiteracy, and to the attainment of the goals of economic and social well-being. In modern times, communication has become very necessary for the existence of human beings. The basic need for human beings as the need for food and shelter. Okay, come to the point. Without the communication, particularly in the modern times, that means nowadays, the communication has become a very necessary. Without the communication, we can't do anything. We can't existence. We can't exist. We can't do anything without communication. So, particularly in the modern times of ages, the communication has become a very necessary for the existence of all kind of human beings. So we can set the communication otherwise said to be a basic need, a basic need for human beings, as a need for the food and shelter. It is a basic needs. The food and shelter is a basic needs, and we get the food and shelter. Definitely, the communication plays an important, vital role. It has brought about a human civilization. There are numerous ways through which we communicate, such as spoken words, written words, gestures, pictures, painting, dance, and so on. There is so many ways which we communicate to others, such as spoken words, written words, gestures, pictures, paintings, dance, and so on. Okay, what is the elements to need? And what are the elements to need for effective communication? The success of an individual in a team depends greatly on the extent to which he can engage in effective communication. Once to become an effective communicator, the success of an individual in a team depends greatly on the extent to which he can engage in effective communication. That means the success of an individual depends upon the effective communication. So, faulty communication in organizations can lead to lowered efficiency and effectiveness at the organizational as well as individual level. Also, most of the interpersonal friction can be traced to faculty communication. The interpersonal communication takes place every time we interact with others. Communication considered effective when it succeeds in evoking a desired responses from the other person. Moreover, failure in communication can be very costly for the organization by way of reduced cooperation and subsequent ill feeling between employees. Communication to be effective cannot be haphazard process. It has to be planned and executed so that it evokes the desired responses. There is a two types of communication is needed for an effective communication. Communication is two types. For effective communication, there is two types of communications are essential. One is verbal communication, and the second one is non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, it is included in the vocal communication. Verbal or vocal communication contributes to 45% of our communication. In our daily communication, that verbal or vocal communication contributes 45% of the communication in your daily life. The verbal communication involves the use of language and meaning, either oral or written. Normally, the words used in the communication are concrete and abstract. Normally, in the verbal communication, it involves the use of language and the use of meaning, either the oral or written. Normally, the words used in the communication are concrete or abstract. The two types of words are used in the verbal communication normally. The concrete words represent an object. For suppose, example, chair, and convey ideas easily by the verbal communication involvement. The concrete words are represent an object. In the verbal communication, generally use the concrete and abstract words. The concrete words represent an object like chair, pen, book, chair, table, fan, like that. And hence, this type of concrete words conveys the ideas very easily. At the same time, abstract words, on the other hand, have a built-in ambiguity because the ideas conveyed by such words are subjective, and so effectiveness of communication is in question. That means the effectiveness of the communication is very difficult by using the abstract words. That means the abstract words that conveyed by such words are subjective, and so effectiveness of communication is in a question. That is example, beauty and intelligence, etc. Thus, while concrete words can be compared to a sharp tool, where there is a compare with abstract words, are often compared to a blunt instrument. A blunt instrument. The second one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the conscious and unconscious body movements in the communication that couple with physical and environmental surroundings. Non-verbal communication is the conscious and unconscious body movements in the communication that couple with physical and environmental surroundings. Non-verbal communication are those which are not expressed orally or in writing and include human elements associated with the communication. Actually, unlike the verbal communication, the non-verbal communication means the non-verbal communication is the conscious and unconscious body movements in communication that couple with physical and environmental surroundings. These form an important and inevitable aspect of the total communication process because it complements and substitutes verbal communication. In other words, we can say the non-verbal communication is also a substituting manner in the place of verbal communication. A good communicator should have the right posture, a facial expressions, and body language that are in tune with the words spoken. A good communicator should have the right posture, facial expressions, and body language that are in tune with the words spoken. Lack of coordination between verbal and non-verbal contents of communication would only confuse the receiver. Without the verbal and non-verbal contents of communication, that leads to the confuse the receiver. So when we communicate to the other people, we have to maintain in our communication that includes with the verbal and non-verbal words. So while communicating, care should be taken to ensure a proper blend between the words and actions. When we are going to communicating, we have to take a care. The care should have been taken to ensure that the proper and blend between the words and